Hello, my friends. Dorothy Morgan here, professional astrologer. We're going to do the daily astrology forecast right now. We begin with the astrology, mainly the moon. We're coming up to a full moon, so don't forget to watch that. That's a video after this one. I'm going to add the astro dice in because it gives us just a little added insight. It's not about what's going on in the sky, but it's a message, right? We get that message from spirit. And then I love to use this deck, which is it's called Native, wait a minute. Yes, Native Spirit. Beautiful earthy energy grounds us wonderfully. So let's look at the chart for today. And what we have going on here. I always like to do it for around the time that I do the premiere. So it's right around 10:15 East Coast time. So for a little while, we're always going to have Gemini. Eventually, it will slowly move to Cancer rising. So the rising signs eventually slowly progress to the next sign. The thing I want to focus on today is we're really close to a full moon. Now that full moon isn't until the 18th, but it is in the middle of the night of the 17th into the 18th. Depending on where you live. Here in the East Coast, it's 3:18 in the morning on March 18th. Today, March 17th, the astrology is that moon as it is in its gibbous phase. It is making its opposition aspect in the sign of Virgo. So we're really focusing on the details, or are we getting lost in the details? This is something that we'll go back and forth we'll go back and forth with this a lot today. I just had a conversation with a friend who's also my web designer about my mentor program that's on the website. And I grabbed the wrong document. So she put the wrong information, all my fault. So we finally back and forth and figured it out. That's the moon in Virgo and the misinformation as the moon in Virgo is connecting to these Pisces planets. So Mercury, Jupiter, Neptune, the sun, it'll make all of those aspects throughout the day, March 17th, until we get to that full moon in the middle of the night, early morning on March 18th. So allow for some wiggle room, in that regard. Now, if you want more, while I'm moving these dice around, astrology, my Patreon is meant for that. Tier 3 is a great mid-level where you get full moon, new moon, weekly forecasts, lots of extra content, just astrology. Please come and support me there. That would be very helpful. And here on YouTube, you can support me by simply pushing the like button, subscribing, commenting below, and sharing in your groups. So that's helpful. And it helps, anyways. I ruled Pluto, which is the Lord of transformation and change, in the sign of Gemini in the 7th house. So the overall message of this represents a change in the way you're communicating. And these are deeper, slower changes. It's not usually like an instant thing, but if it's an instant thing, it feels really profound. So Pluto, deep transformation, deep understanding, right? In that sign of Gemini represents, again, communication, information. The 7th house is with a partner, in a partnership. Oh, I just explained that to us. I'm not kidding. These things are great. There's the symbol for Pluto. Yeah, it looks like that. And of course, there's Gemini. And here, let me just turn it so you can see it, the 7th house. So these are fun, and they give us extra insight into the energy of the day. So, like I said, I just explained that when I was talking to my dear friend and web designer. Thank God we understand each other. She was very kind to me because I was being too hurried. So when we have these planets, what else can we do with this? This energy, it's not where the planets are in the sky, but the energy of the planets in the sky today is again about clearing communication and miscommunication. And then the extra energy of the astro dice is talking about finding a different way to communicate and a different way to connect, and different meaning, so it can help with transformation and in a deep way. All right. help with that shift, that change, that internal dialogue. And again, remember, don't forget partners. 7th house is about our partnerships and the relationships. They are not just the spousal domestic partner people. There are people you're in a partnership with for whatever reason, whether it's a lawyer or realtor or your accountant. Okay. All right. What do these cards want to show us today? Just to give us a little groundedness at this point in time. Oh, this is beautiful. So this says, there we are, medicine woman and medicine man. So medicine person, who is that in your life, right? You have to wonder who that is, right? Maybe it's you. Medicine man, medicine woman is a healer card, right? So it represents maybe a situation is healing. It's a shaman as well, right? And of course, there's other indigenous names for those types of people. And that's really Plutonian as well, even though I rolled that in the die. Quite interesting. So there could be a very profound and important activity happen today. This might not happen for everybody, but for some of us, it might. So this deep sense of support, deep sense of understanding. And let me grab the, I don't like to grab the book because I like to get my own interpretation. Yeah. And it's also talking about profound inner healing, and words are healing. So creating space. Remember a conversation I had with a person yesterday. I was nervous about doing something, and I could just get that feeling in your gut where it's like, oh, I really don't want to do this, but I needed to. And she tells me, put the and A-N-D in there. So, all right, while I'm still nervous or anxious to do this, I can still do it. So I am nervous and I'm able to do it, right? So putting that and in there, when we talked yesterday, it gave me so much space for something that I was really anxious about. So I can be anxious and I can still be anxious and I can still do this, even though I'm both. So it's honoring our feelings. And it's just, so words are just so powerful and finding our way to get into alignment with them. So I just wanted to share that with us. So I think I'm done for today. So thank you everybody for joining me. And please come to my website, DorothyMorganAstrologer.com. I have reading sessions, classes, the works, all of it. Thank you very much. Blessings and namaste.